What is up, YouTube? Troken here. Welcome back to Draw Phase. And in today's video, we got some SpiritForged news. Pretty cool stuff. Pretty exciting. Even though Origins isn't out yet, we're getting some information about the second set coming out for Riftbound by UVS Games. They have a retailer assets spreadsheet, which is basically information about the product, and it actually gives away like some hints and a lot of cool things. But before we get into the video, if you haven't already, please subscribe. If we reach 1,000 subscribers, I will be giving away 3 structure decks from Origin set out to 3 lucky individuals. So if you click a button, you might win something. So pretty cool information and some things to theorize about. So let's get straight into the video. So this is on UVS's website. They have a download file for the SpiritForged sell sheets, which is basically product information for retailers. So when it comes to the booster box display, the MSR will be 120, and let's just read a little description for it. SpiritForged, the second set of Riftbound League of Legends TCG, brings even more champions to the battlefield. These 14-card booster packs pull from a pool of over 220 cards with 60+ alternate arts. That's so much more than we have in the Origin set. That is ridiculous. While the set adds a new edge to Riftbound with new legends, powerful cards, and new mechanics. So what will those mechanics be? Hopefully not too complicated. I'm hoping for like some type of more static like tribal effects. Because like on the description of the cards, we have like pirates, we have where they come from like, for instance, like Shadow Isles, and that flavor text hasn't really been explored in terms of gameplay. So hopefully that's something that'll happen in the future. Maybe not in this set, but hopefully. And then champion your strategy, build your decks from premium packs filled with 7 commons, 3 uncommons, 2 foil, rares or better, 1 foil or any rarity, and 1 token slot. Each booster display contains 24 booster packs. So, like I said before, 120 bucks for a booster box, which is fairly priced. More original art, featuring original art from amazing League of Legends artists, blah, 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 power in every box on average, with more than 6 epic rarity cards and more than 2 special alternate art cards appearing in each box. Okay, so that's cool. That's actually really good information when it comes to pull rates. So for, I think in the last set, I think it's guaranteed 1 alternate art in Origins, I believe. But the fact that you can get 6 epics and 2 special alt art cards is really good. I'm not too sure if that's actually 1 or 2 in Origins. I have to double check on that. Designed for battle, take part in a strategic 1v1, electrifying 2v2, or engage in a high stakes 4-person free-for-all. Cool. So they're highlighting the formats, which is really cool. So Riftbound is really behind not only just 1v1s. Hopefully in the future, when it comes to other types of tournaments, like in regionals or anything, they will be doing multiplayer, which would be pretty cool. I would love like a 2v2 like championship in the future, because a 2v2 the decks need to be structured in such that they support that type of format. Moving on, we have the champion deck Rumble display. So this is something that really exciting. So for the case, it will be $79.95 and then $19.99 per structure deck, which is actually really good, pretty basic. So let's read a little bit about it. Assemble your mecha minions. Rumble charges into battle with this champion deck. This pre-constructed 56-card deck is built to overpower your opponents, packed with synergistic units and spells. Whether you're a new player ready to jump in, or an engineering enthusiast looking for a fresh deck, Rumble is ready to, well, rumble straight out of the box. Includes 1 Riftbound SpiritForged booster. So they're keeping the extra pack into all the structure decks, which is something Magic the Gathering also does, and I think that's fair, right? It really like gets you going into ripping packs. So we knew about this obviously ahead of time, but a little more information. A full 56-card pre-constructed deck featuring Rumble, designed for accessible and dynamic gameplay, and a booster pack. Assemble your mecha minions. Each cog in the machines makes your units more powerful, until even the dinkiest Clunker can become arena champion. Ooh, I wonder if that is tribal. That is tribal. Oh my god. All right, cool. So that's what I was just talking about. Cool. Yeah, awesome. I hope it's like some type of a static ability, like when you have units that are pirates or mechs or whatever, and it kind of just like happens. Like if you have this many mechs, this happens, or every time you summon a mech or you summon a this or whatever, a Yordle, if for instance, that would be really cool. All right, that's something that I've been looking for, and it was kind of like expected when it comes to TCGs, like tribal decks. Usually have a benefit to running them. Right now, obviously in Origins, that's not really the case. But very cool, very very cool. And then extras to keep you in action. So in the structure deck, we're getting a full size paper playmat, a booster pack for customization, and a deck building tips. Booklet include learn the game with an easy to follow rules and deck building guide. So my friend Oni the Shadow actually went to his game shop, and then they had the rule book for competitive play at the card shops, right? And basically a indication of what's going to be in the structure decks. And it is very concise. It is a lot better, he said, than the core rules online, because it was obviously meant for judges, and they're a little bit like hard to read. The wording is a little awkward, but he said the booklet itself is very concise, straightforward, and easier to follow. It makes a lot more sense. That is meant for players, obviously. The core rules are meant kind of like for the judge program coming out in the future. So really cool. You get a paper deck box as well, which is cool. Foldable playmat. And yeah, $19.99 for a structure deck. And we got a little indication of a potentially like tribal mechanics in the game. Moving on to the second champion deck in Fiora. Precision and Grace. Fiora becomes mighty with her champion deck. So I wonder if it's just going to be a new Fiora, or it's just going to be the one that we have like highlighted in SpiritForged, maybe with different art. I don't know. Because it already has the mighty ability, the Fiora in the Origin set. This pre-constructed 56 card deck is built to strengthen your board with powerful stat boosts, turning your normal units into mighty combatants. Outmaneuver your opponents with clever combat tricks, gaining you more resources while dueling your way to victory. Okay, so some type of channeling, ramping. It seems like a booster pack, ready to play. Precision and Grace is the description of the booster or the structure deck. Use tricky plays to become mighty each turn, gaining you more resources while also crushing your foes in combat. Extras to keep you in the action. Yep, so basically the same exact thing from the Rumble structure deck, but pretty cool. So maybe some type of like ramp and buffing mechanic in order to make units mighty. There's something else I wanted to read here. Choose your champion. Build your deck. Your premium 2 rares are better. Okay, we read that. Okay. No, I just thought they were like highlighting the tribal effect of the cards. And then we have some information about some actual Riftbound products when it comes to playmats. So we got one playmat. $27.99. That's pretty standard. Usually like $19.99 is like where I make the cutoff for. But this is like actual, product from Riftbound. So we got one playmat. No images, unfortunately, which is pretty sad. I really would have loved to if they actually had it. They're probably not ready though, because it's not even. It should be done, but the playmats probably aren't. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 playmats. Art sleeves, cool. So we're getting some sleeves. So 1, 2, probably 4, 1 to each match the playmats. They're probably the highlighted like Ezreal, Fiora, and all the champions on the cover, which is pretty cool. And what else we got? Oh, okay. This is something we needed. This is something I was actually really concerned about. We have a Riftbound bulk runes. $20, which is actually kind of expensive. I wonder if they're going to be actually foil too. That would be really cool. Because for $20 just for just runes is a little expensive, but it depends how much you get. Let's see. Let's read it. Runes fuel the Riftbound decks we love to play, and no fan should ever hold off from building the decks of their dreams because they don't have the energy resources to support it. Yeah, that's a problem because in the structure decks that is coming out in Origins, right, we have Jinx, Lee Sin, and Victor, right? And those color combinations are green, orange, red, purple, and blue and yellow. And then we have Proving Ground. So you literally need to buy all the product, like Proving Grounds and 3 structure decks, in order to have enough runes, unless you're ripping a lot of packs, because each pack only has 1 rune in it. So I was also like concerned. I was like, wait, how am I gonna like get all the runes that I need if I want to make something different than actually like a Teemo deck, right? Because you're just gonna be lacking those runes if you're just buying the structure decks. So you would have to buy a lot. You will have to buy a lot of booster packs if you're not buying like Proving Grounds and the 3 structure decks, because you need all the products to actually have enough runes to build basically any type of color combination that we have available so far. So the fact that they're making bulk runes is really cool. Inside 324 runes, 54 of each rune. Oh my god, dude, we don't need that many. You don't need that many. I guess if you want to make like different decks, right, and not have to worry about like switching out the runes, okay, I guess that makes sense. But that is a lot. Sold in a sturdy, reusable storage box, which is pretty cool. Great resource for retailers running sealed or draft events. Okay, so that's pretty cool too. So like whenever I went to Friday Night Magics, they always had a box like full of lands, right? But that's basically from all the stuff that they've had in the future or in the past, like just opening packs and selling stuff. So this is basically like it'll be on the counter or the table, and you can just like construct decks basically for either sealed or 2v2 or structure deck events. And then ease of access, the exact same runes that are found in booster packs or pre-constructed decks, all in one product for easy deck building. Pretty cool stuff. Probably the best thing to take away from that is this mention of like tribal mechanics, right? Each cog in the mechanic makes your units more powerful until even the dinkiest clunker can become arena champion. So I feel like tribal is becoming a thing now in this set. I think it has to. I think that's another mechanic, right? Because they did mention there's going to be new mechanics in the game. Battlefield, 14 card booster packs, powerful cards, and new mechanics. Yeah, so it has to be tribal. Yep. It has to be tribal, and I'm pretty excited about that. I hope it's a static effect, right, that just happens, or if you meet some like thresholds with like either you summon 2 or 3, or they just bounce out with each other. Tribal mechanics can go in so many different directions, so that's very, very interesting. But yeah, that's it, guys. I just wanted to have a quick chat about the new information for SpiritForged. We got a lot of cool things to take away. Mechanics, obviously, with tribal effects is coming, I'm pretty sure. The rune box is really cool product. So you can build and structure any type of decks that you want. That's enough. 354 runes is absolutely insane. The prices are fair, right? We got some playmats and some sleeves coming out for those that are interested. But yeah, check out the link in the description if you want to take a look at it at yourself. And that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.